Hello. I wanted to go over the importance of keywords for meanings of the cards. And I've been using keywords ever since I've been reading tarot, ever since I've been teaching the tarot cards. I've been using keywords. And that was in '93. And the way I did that is by taking about, I don't know, half a dozen to maybe 10 books on the tarot, and seeing what each book said about each card, and boiling all that down to one word, because that's what your mind does anyway. When you read about something like that, you're going to read about it, and then you say, well, okay, this card basically means change, or this card basically means evolvement, or solitude, or whatever. And that's how your mind's gonna work anyway. So that's what I did, and people loved it. And actually, for my classes, I make a bookmark like this with the majors on one side, keywords, and then the minors on the other. And people, you have my other YouTubes. You'll see I have Tarot Card Meanings Part 1, and that's the Minor Arcana, and Tarot Card Meanings Part 2, Major Arcana, and I have them fanned out into keywords like that. And you're going to find it's a lot better when you're trying to find meaning for a card to a reading you're doing. It allows you to shift that meaning and make it fit nicely into the reading in some way that has value for the person you're reading. And so it works out really well. In my book, Essential Tarot, I take each card and I have the traditional meaning on one side, the left, and keywords mapped out, 20 keywords on that card on the right. And people like that, and I thought it was a great idea. In my YouTubes, I have, what I did with the Minor Arcana is I grouped them, so all the aces are mapped as one map like this, instead of each card, where in my book here they're each card. It really doesn't make any difference. They're both good ideas, and your mind will come up with your own keywords anyway. But you're going to see that they work out very nicely, and it allows you to see the cards through your own eyes anyway. If I have a keyword that's for a card that's mastership, let's say, for the Magician, well, you could find a lot of words that would associate with mastership that you would use that might be different than I would use. So it allows you to interpret the cards through your own way of thinking. And that's why I think it's a good way to do it. And when you try to find answers, it's a very helpful way to read. So I'm going to show you how keywords can help to make a change in the card's meaning depending on where it's placed in the card spread. A lot easier than 3 or 4 sentence definition type meanings. And what we'll do is we'll do a card spread, and then what we'll do is we'll move certain cards into certain areas and show you how it can shift in meaning depending on where it's placed on the spread. So that's what we'll do here. I'm going to do one with the Marseille deck, and then I'm going to also do one with the Waite deck. This Marseille deck is an older Marseille deck, so it's a little beat up, but I like it anyway. 5 of Wands, 4 Swords. This is the first 2 cards, positions 1 and 2. In my, I have a few YouTubes on Celtic Cross card spreads. I'm doing a Celtic Cross here. One of them is how to do a Celtic Cross spread, how to do a Celtic Cross tarot spread. And I have a couple others out there. So you see what my position meanings are compared to maybe what you're reading in a book or what they mean. But the position meanings that I have, I think, are very useful over time I found them to be more useful than a traditional position meaning. Even though they're not that far off from the traditional ones, I sort of twisted them here and there to make them more useful for today's readings. So 1 and 2, the question itself. We have changes going on, trying to stabilize something, make things more regulated than what they are right now. What you're going through right now is trying to find information with the Sun card, put some light on this subject so you can take action in ways that are more beneficial than what you're doing right now. Maybe you're doing a lot of extra work for yourself in the way things are set up right now and you want to change that. What you have going for you is the ability to make this happen with the 9 of Wands. Nines are attainment, and I see you can do this if you really apply yourself to try to make this happen. And I do see opportunities for new beginnings coming in the future, probably the next 2 or 3 months, depending on the type of question this would be. Aces are new situations. You got a good idea about this question of yours. Lots of times people are vague about what they're really looking into. They don't really have the big picture. But with advancement with the 8 of Wands, I see you seeing things in a good way, that this would be something that would be good to do. And the Magician and the timing of the position, this is number 8 position, is timing. The Magician here shows it is the time to manifest ideas, to make them realities. You can do a lot more than you normally would be able to do. So you can pull a rabbit out of a hat here, or maybe before you couldn't. What you're doing is you're really, in the big picture here, you're looking with the Empress card, you're looking to make things flourish, and right now they seem to be a lot more limited with the 4 of Swords. And you want to open things up and make things where there's a lot more possibilities, or things can flourish where they couldn't before. What I see here with the sevens are success and confidence, and I think as you proceed forward with this objective, I think you're going to find a lot of things moving your way in very positive ways. So the timing's right now. You got a good idea of what you're looking into. You want to get more information before you take action, and I think that's a smart idea. You have the ability to make this happen with the 9 of Wands, and I do see progress happening. It's positive signs coming your way, encouraging things to see as you progress forward. And it's a good big picture of what you're trying to accomplish here with the Empress. I think it has a lot that you would really benefit for if you did take this goal and try to move forward with it. And I see as you progress, you're going to be very encouraged about your progress. So move forward, take initiative, do it now. Now in my positions, 1 and 2 position is the question itself. Number 3 position is what the client is going through right now to achieve the number 4 position. Number 5 position is an asset the client has at this time that'll help them with their advantage to do this. Number 6 position is an opportunity coming in the near future. Number 7 position is the way the client sees their own question. Number 8 position is the timing of the issue. Number 9 position is the big picture or the purpose of this whole goal you're trying to accomplish, or the answer you're trying to find. And the 10 position is an opportunity, or no, it's a prediction of an outcome, or things you can expect to see in the future as you progress forward. So if we were just to take a few of these cards and rearrange them in different ways, I hope I might have this a little bit confusing because of the way it's set up here. I have it kind of cramped, but I'll try to straighten it out here. Okay, there we go. And if we wanted to just try to, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we were to take just a few of these cards and turn them around, let's say we take this, the 4 of Swords, and switch them with the Magician card. So now the Magician is in the number 2 position, 4 of Swords is in the 8th position. The question itself is looking at making changes to make things happen, to perform something that maybe others think is not really possible to do. The number 8 position, you have this 4 of swords now. That's 4 is our stability. 4 is our stable. So the timing right now would be, the timing isn't right really to take action. The timing is right now is the time to be stable with things and not try to move forward with this. Or if you have to move forward with a lot of caution. Move slowly, because you might have a lot of resistance. So that can show you how that can change things around. Where before we said now is the time to take action, and what you're trying to do is take away or stabilize things that don't seem to be really have any direction right now. You want to put some direction, some clarity on things, and there seem like that's sort of blocked right now. Things are moving in smoothly as like you'd like to see them move, and you'd like to free that up. But if we change these, that changes it. So the meaning of the card changes because of the position it's laid into. And I think that's important to know. I think it's a lot of sources really focus on telling you the meanings of the cards. But I think what's really important is to know what the answer is, what the question is that the card is supposed to be answering anyway. And that's going to be determined on where it's positioned in the card spread. So, if you were to take these two cards and position them differently, and we'll just put this back where it was originally. But now we just changed these two cards. Putting clarity on more success here. Trying to find information for success. But what I see here with the Knight of Cups in the 10 position is the opportunity to take a lot of action. So as you move forward, new opportunities will come to you. And I see things freeing up for you where you can move forward with things in ways that you can't right now. So again, we're still progressing forward. It still looks very good, but the card's meaning changes a little bit from where it's at, and so does the reading itself changes a little bit, because now we can see, look forward or look for opportunities to be able to take action that you don't have right now. Where here, the purpose is to take action, and I see success happening as you move forward. This tells me, keep your eye out for opportunities. This tells me this is what you're trying to achieve. I think that might show you some ideas on how things can shift in a reading. I've seen a lot of people don't use the Marseille deck, which is what I usually use professionally. I teach with the Rider deck, but I use the Marseille. We'll do the same thing with the Rider deck now. And something you're more familiar with, or at least some of you might be. But keywords really help you, enable you to do that easily, where 3 or 4 sentence definitions, you can still do it, but it's a little bit more difficult. And I like the keywords because it allows you to really map things out. And if anybody's been watching my YouTubes about the meanings of the cards, you'll see those keywords really help. This helps a lot. Because that's the way your mind that's the way your mind thinks anyway. This over here, traditional meaning, sure, that's nice to have. But this here, I think, is a lot more important. And there's 78 cards, so 20 words, keyword meanings, just to show how they can drift into other things It's 1,560 words for 78 cards, 20 words apiece. I would say in my book here, 80% of them are not used twice. Some of them, or 20% of them or so, maybe less than that, are used in one card and also another card. High Priestess and Magician, or High Priestess and Hermit would be a good example. They probably both have the word hidden wisdom in there because they're both can be used for that. But these cards are all interconnected anyway. So, eventually I'm going to have where you can get one of these from me if you want one. If you go to my books on Amazon and make a comment on the book, an evaluation, and then email me and let me know that you did that, I'll check out your Amazon name, verify that you did it, and then I'll you email me with your name and address, and I'll send one of those. Just put them in a business card, lick a stamp, and throw it in the mail for you. But right now, I'm not set up for that right now. So that'll be coming, and if you want one. Okay, same thing. Here we have Nine of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles. Attaining more, advancing forward to attain something important. Right now you're trying to advance forward on something. Again, this is a general reading. Right now also you're looking for direction, information on what you're trying to accomplish. You don't have it all right now, but you are trying to gather that right now because you do want to make some significant changes with the Ace of Swords. So these changes are not small. They're pretty substantial differences in whatever this question happens to be. You feel it can go forward. There's a lot to work with there if it's looked into. What you have going for you is you do have a lot of knowledge about this, even though you're looking for more right now. You're in a position right now where you're respected for this, and people will listen to you if you open your mouth and talk about it. Things will open up with the Fool card in the future, or in the near future here, as far as an opportunity. I do see a lot of less restriction here, and things will be able to advance with the Eight of Pentacles as you move forward with this whole idea, finding more information. This is a good idea to move on. You're in a position to do this, and I see things opening up for you, and freedom to move on this will be there for you. Nine of Swords shows what you're trying to attain. Well, you might be looking at this as a very challenging thing right now. It's not really as challenging as you think it is. It has challenges, sure, but it's not as challenging as you think it is. So as you move forward, you're going to find a lot of this opens up. So if you take heart with this, don't be so if you're discouraged about things, if you're feeling discouraged, that's easy to happen if progress isn't being made. But keep on moving forward on this. You're in the right direction. You're going down the right path. Four of Pentacles shows me things are going to go slow. So it's don't be discouraged by that. Timing is very hard right now to make this happen, but it's still a good idea. So things will be fighting you. That would cause discouraging. You might not feel like you're attaining the Nine of Wands with the Nine of Swords. Nines are attainment. But again, take heart and persevere, because it'll happen. What you're looking for in the big picture is a whole new path, a whole new direction here from what you're doing right now. This whole objective you're trying to accomplish needs to be rearranged in different ways. And it's a good idea, and it's worth looking into. Ultimately, what will happen is great benefits will happen from this with the World card. So this endeavor, this goal, is something worthwhile doing. So that's what we have here with this deck, with my positions. Again, the question itself, 1 and 2 positions, what you're going through right now to achieve number Number 3 position, what you're going through right now to achieve the number 4 position, short-term goal. Number 5 position is an asset you have going for you, an opportunity in number 6 position coming. Number 7, how you see your own question. Number 8 is the timing. Number 9 is the purpose, the big picture. And number 10 is a prediction of what's to come. So will this work out? Yes. I see a completion with this happening with the World card. And I think that's very good. Now, if I were to take this card and just switch it with this card, what you have going for you here now is a very positive attitude about things. You see the bright side of things. But I also see, as this moves forward, you will advance. But I see you still looking, you're finding more information yet that you still don't have. So there's still a lot of information to get. You are looking for information. You're learning, you want to learn more about this. I see this still being a learning experience. You're going to find more information, more knowledge about your goal as you move forward with this. Keep this positive attitude. It's good for you. As you progress because of it, you will learn more. Timing right now, because of this, I do feel is blocking you. But you're going to learn a lot. And it's still worthwhile. They're always worthwhile. Anything you're trying to do, I think, is worthwhile. Taking this card and moving it with this card. Getting more information to move in a different direction. The purpose here is a whole new start. So new aces are new ideas, new beginnings, new situations. Pages are new paths. The World card is peace and harmony. So I see this as an asset for you, as peace and harmony. Your attitude toward it is good. Freedom here. I think I have believing, but for the Fool card, but you could look at that as freedom, new paths as well, just like the page. Guidance here with the Hierophant. You're looking for more guidance. Guidance is information, direction. Which way do I go? I'm going through this right now to achieve this. I'm looking for more guidance. Maybe you're throwing this off on other people, saying, what do you think of this? Maybe you know somebody who's a pro at what you're trying to do. Maybe a counselor. Maybe it's just a friend. But you're looking for guidance. You're looking for ideas. Nines to me are attainment. We have 2 nines. 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords. So, seeing it's a 9 here in the question and how you see your own question with the 7 position, I think you're seeing things pretty much for what they really are. You just might be, this picture on the 9 of Swords is kind of a negative shot, not negative picture. You might see it as overwhelming right now, but it's true and it's real, and I think you can do it from what we're seeing here. As you move forward, I see a happiness here happening with you, even though you have some resistance, and things might move slowly. So keywords help this a lot to rearrange things. So it doesn't make any difference what cards where. As far as difficulty goes, I don't think it makes. I think it's easier to interpret a card's meaning into specific positions with keywords into something that's useful to the person you're reading at the time, and that allows you to do that. Keywords. Creative thinking techniques use keywords a lot too, by the way. And if you see any of my other videos, you might see that I feel that a card reading is really works the same way as a creative thinking technique. And that's why they work so well. So I hope you like this, and we'll talk soon. Bye.